Time to watch something better than home
Will it
called
be?
MonkeyBone.
Will it be better than home?
We'll see. At
We'll
least it'll be more
see.
interesting. At least it will definitely be more interesting. I'm like 100%
Yeah.
certain on that.
Anyway, Monkey Bone is based on a comic book. You ever read the comic book?
No,
You ever heard of the comic book?
no.
Okay. Well, the comic book is famous because it was never finished. It only had one issue. It was a Canadian indie comic book, and the creator just never had the time to publish a new comic book, or never had a publisher to publish his comic book. So he could only publish one book, and that was it. So it was never finished, and this movie tries to finish the story, but to no avail because it's not a good film. It also
So
changed a
wait,
lot
like,
from the comic book too.
so wait, like, how did they find out about this comic?
Uh, the same way they found out about was it Invader Zim for Nickelodeon. So this company, the like, what was it? Fox Studios, who made this film. One of the employees had a kid who was reading the comic book, and he's like, "Oh," the dad was like, "Oh, this comic book looks cool. Let's make a movie off of it." So they, contact the guy who wrote the comic book. Said, "Hey, can we make this into a movie?" And he said, "Yeah, do it," and they did. That's basically it. Same
So
thing
wait,
happened with
Invader
Invader
Zim.
Zim. One of Nickelodeon's employees had a kid who was reading Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and the parent was like, "Oh, who's that?" And the kid's like, "It's Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. It's my favorite comic book." And he's like, "Let's get that guy on the phone. Let's get the guy who created that comic book, and let's make a kid cartoon." God damn it! And that's how the Invader Zim got created.
What the heck?
I
I've
know it's a
never heard
stupid
of it.
story. What?
No, I've never heard of the. What is a comic book? I've just never heard of the comic book before.
What? Johnny the Homicidal Maniac?
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that's
But
what
the art style,
Jonan
the art
Van
style,
Sant is known for.
it's so cool. It's so distinct. Like you can definitely tell that this is.
I know, but it's real that they said, yeah, let's make that guy, let's get that guy and get him to make a kids show because Johnny the Homicide Maniac is about a serial killer who kills a lot of innocent people for fun. That's it.
Also, I okay. What's funny is I've heard the name before, but I didn't know it was. I've heard Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, but I didn't know it was in a YTP, and it was like, you know that episode of SpongeBob where he's it's his I think his first day, the boating lesson, and
Yeah,
he has like the multiple pencils,
yeah,
and he's like talking about the names.
yeah.
In one of the YTPs, they sentence mixed him saying like, "Oh, and over here we have Johnny the Homicidal Maniac," and I thought that was just like a weird, funny name that they gave one of the pencils, but I never knew it was actually based off anything. What do you know? You
It's weird
learn
that you don't even know about this because it's like common knowledge for anyone
something
who
new every
actually,
day.
watched videos in.
I mean, I'm sure if I were to ask both my two other friends that watch the show, they wouldn't know what Johnny the Homicidal Maniac is. It's not like in the Invader. It's not like in the credits for Invader Zim. It says, this guy also did this comic.
Well, he has a cameo in the show in Video Zim, Johnny the Homicide Maniac.
I
So
mean,
he
but
appeared
how
in an
would you
episode.
know that he's a? How would you know he's the character then?
Well, anyone who follows Jonan Vasquez looks Google's his name would know.
But why
It's
would I
what he's
Google
known
his
for.
name? I like Invader Zim. I don't even.
You ever Google Steven Hillenburg's name because you like SpongeBob?
Yeah, because I know the guy's name. I like him.
Yeah.
I've only Googled Invader Zim. I've never Googled the guy's name because I don't think it's a recognizable name. It's not something where it's like, oh yeah, that's this guy. I already forgot his name.
Like Maxwell
What is it?
Adams from Going Adventures of Mandy.
That's a name that I've heard, but it's not what I think of whenever I think of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Why? It's a distinct name,
I
Maxwell Adams. It's not even his real name. He made that name up.
didn't know that was. But yeah, it's like But yeah, so like I've seen Invader Zim multiple times, and my other two friends have seen it. But yeah, they're not gonna know who this guy is.
I don't know, you're
They
weird.
they they see the name whenever an episode starts, but that's pretty much it. That's all they, that's the extent.
You're weird.
It's not weird. I think it's pretty normal. I think a lot of people do that. Like, a lot of people just watch the show and don't really go farther than that.
Yeah, but you know what else a lot of people do? Never finish a game. Like, if
Yeah.
you look at the trophies for like any video game on like PS4, like Xbox One, you see that a lot of people quit after like level 1. So it's like level 1, 70% of people beat level 1, and then the next level 2, only 10% of people got to level 2. And that's
Yeah.
pretty much any game. So yeah, most people just
Yeah.
give up after one level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it just, stupidity to me. Like, you just wasted money just to beat one level and say, you know what, I'm done. This sucks.
It's not.
I saw of Doom 2016. That video game is fantastic. And level 1, people gave up after level 1. Like, this game sucks.
See, here's the thing, Ram. What you don't understand is it's not everybody collectively says it sucks. Everybody does not have 90% of their time. Not everybody has every Monday night to watch a movie. Like, they have jobs, they have lives. They have
I
other
get it,
things that they can
but
be
it's
doing.
weird that you spent money on this game and you only get past level 1, and in the next level 2, there's only 10% people who got to level 2.
Yeah.
So
like,
what happens to
I
9% of people? They just give up? They don't. What's the backstory to
I feel
that?
like it's like a 60-40% of like 60% of people, they either have other things to do, or maybe a new game comes out, or maybe something along those lines, many different other things, and then the 40% is people who just gave up.
Possibly.
Or hated it. I mean,
I'm guessing like a strong 30% of those people, like, parents taking the game away from the kids, like, oh, this is too violent, we can't let you play this game. So I guarantee like a
that's
good
possible
30%
too.
is that. But still, it's weird that it's such a high number for a good game. I think the only
But yeah,
game I can
I
think
have a lot
of
of
that
stuff
has a
like
high
that.
percentage completion rate is what is it? SpongeBob Battle for King Bottom, the remake. That one has a high completion rate.
Um,
So if you're going
Persona
by
5 was one of them,
Persona
but I think
5,
Persona 5, yeah, Persona 5 is such a select audience, so like pretty
yeah.
much
So anyone
most
who
of the
buys
people
the
who
game
play
is
that,
definitely gonna be devoted to it.
yeah.
Okay, let me put the movie in.
But yeah, no, I have a lot of good games that I've only played a few of, and that's just because I have too many games, not enough time. I'm slowly dying, Ram.
Mikey buy new consoles.
Why am I buying new consoles? There's no answer to that.
Is this the
I'm
darkness?
slowly
Let
dying.
me see if it's.
I have to do what I can before it's too late. So I played more DreamWorks today. That's something I did. I got to play as the wolf in DreamWorks, and he kind of annoyed me.
Let me see the issue here.
Like 90% of the wolf's lines in the DreamWorks kart racing game is him just screaming. So you're
Yeah.
constantly hearing a guy going, "Woo!" just screaming at the top of his lungs.
I mean, that's what he did in the show.
I know, but I'm like, in the game, every time you do a trick boost or something, he does it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please stop. He'll scream, or why do you have Rule 34 as one of the options that you can choose on the fly?
For reference.
For reference.
I looked at the torque.
Oh no, there's.
Yeah, there was like 500 pieces.
Don't
of
even
torque
think
fan
about
art.
that. There's 500. That's way too many.
Yeah, but it's a lot of like, what if Torque was a black woman? And that kind of fan art.
Oh, okay. But
What
yeah,
happened
who
to
else?
Mike?
Oh yeah, I played as Asterix. Sorry, no. What is her name? Asterix is the comic book character. What's her name from Dragon? Is her name also Asterix?
Yes.
Oh, huh, same name. Ram, what's your favorite Asterix video game?
The one with Mario on it.
My favorite is the only one I've ever played, which is um, XXL. It's the only one I've ever played of them.
There it is.
Wait, I've played the Game Gear game as well, so I just don't remember much from it.
You can get the cheap Xbox One / PS4 game that
That's
everyone knows.
XXL.
Yeah, that one. Did you like that
Oh,
one?
now I did not get Rumble in Las Vegas or Roman Rumble in Las Vegas. That's the one that's fairly inexpensive.
Viva Rock Vegas. That one.
Yeah, Viva Rock Vegas. I hear. Where's the movie?
Okay, it should be on.
Ram, did I ever tell you the time my dad went to go see The Empire Strikes Back in theaters?
Did I ever tell you about the time I got my things caught on a duel?
Is that a reference to something?
Can hat.
Woo! FBI warning. But yeah, whenever my dad went to go see Empire Strikes Back, the film caught on fire, and then everybody started screaming around like chimps, and they were going like, "Play the movie, get the movie back on!" They're just throwing popcorn everywhere. It's funny. I really wish I was there in 1970 or 1982. I really wish I was there.
Cool.
I think that would have been hilarious to see. Oh yeah, you gonna do the Game Awards? You gonna vote on the Game Awards?
Which game was?
Jeez, what is happening, Ram?
My USB for the stupid capture device is malfunctioning, so I gotta jiggle it, stick it in. Hopefully.
What's the Discord thing above Marvel Studios and below Multiverses? What is that? The image is
This one.
the
Wiki.
Lost Media Wiki. Oh.
Yeah, they changed it.
Oh yeah, they did change the pic. I was wondering. I was like, okay.
Here, let me try fixing this.
Are you gonna vote on the Game Awards, Ram?
Oh, we did.
What'd you vote for?
I voted for everything you didn't want to win.
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
It's Bill Clinton.
No, did you also
My
Bill
rabbi.
Clinton? Did you also vote for Mario Wonder as best game of the year?
No.
Interesting. What'd you vote for best game of the year?
Baldur's Gates.
I've heard that's really good. My brother really likes
You
it.
can have sex with a bear on it.
I was gonna say I refuse to believe it, but I don't know enough about it to refuse.
No,
to
you
believe
can,
it.
but it's a guy who turns into a bear.
Oh, okay.
That's just his thing.
With the best fighting game.
Okay, now it's in the walk.
I was really about to give Street Fighter 6 the best fighting game, but in my eyes, like even if Nickelodeon All Star 2 is not the best fighting game, no. But here's the thing: even if Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 is not the best fighting game, I would feel so happy if it won because I would love to hear them say like a Nickelodeon game actually won an award at the Game Awards, because that's something that like a licensed game rarely ever wins anything aside from that TMNT game that came out last year.
Yeah.
So it's more so like, I love Street Fighter 6. I played the demo. I really enjoyed it, but it would be so cool to hear this thing win.
That's nah. I don't think it deserves to win.
And then, okay, Ram, I have to ask you this question because I'm really curious on what. So on the description for best adaptation, it specifically says like a great adaptation of a game, like basically having the game but in a TV show / movie form.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, whether you like it or not,
Twisted Metal.
I feel like the Mario Bros. Movie fits that description.
Twisted
It
Metal.
really is.
Twisted
It
Metal.
really is. Is twist, but is Twisted Metal like the video game on
Yes.
the TV screen?
Yes.
Really?
Every video
Then
game
why
is
are
different, completely different every single time. And it
well,
feels
yeah,
like a
but like
mixture of every single video game adaptation into one film.
yeah, but where in Twisted Metal does the black guy appear? Where
Uh,
where in
he's way swapped. He was from Twisted Metal Black, but
okay,
he was a white guy.
but isn't Twisted Metal just about crashing cars into other cars?
No, it's about an apocalypse that happened, and now this guy called Calypso is like the ruler of the planet, and he does this little game show every single year where he, decides who wins and gets a wish.
I guess I'm only used to the first Twisted Metal then.
Yeah, every single Twisted Metal is like a different reboot, different lore. So like Sweet Tooth is a different character in every single version of Twisted Metal. Completely different from the ground up, different personality, different goals in life, all that stuff. So the lore is very inconsistent, but there is lore to it. And the Twisted Metal show does a great job at adding every single bit of lore from like Twisted Metal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Black and all that stuff into one show, but it's like a mix. It's not like a solid one adaptation is what it is. No, it's all of the games into one show.
Hmm, fair enough.
So,
Uh,
Sweet Tooth, he's both scary and violent like the newer games, but he's also very stupid and silly like the old games. So,
hmm.
and then hit play.
Okay, best art direction. What'd you give that one to?